Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about the three most recent ATSTs released by LEGO. Now I understand there's other ATSTs that were released before, but since these three are the most new, the design is probably the most similar. I'm going to be comparing them in a number of different categories, including creativeness, which one makes sense the most to buy based on number of pieces and price, and then which one makes the most sense to buy based on the minifigures and how many of them there are, and then my favorite walker, and then my least favorite, second favorite, and then most favorite again. So basically just ranking them. So let's just jump right in. As you may notice, I do not have all three walkers. I do not have the Last Jedi walker, but I do have the Rogue One walker and the Raider walker. So let's start with the most creative, starting with this one. Now I have added and taken out a little bit of the pieces, so this isn't exactly how it looked when it came out of the box, but it's still basically the same thing, so it's not too different that there's a big difference. Just the standard dark and light gray of the Imperial kind of ships and vehicles. It's kind of their standard. So it's not too exciting. It's a great build, but it's just classic. It's pretty boring if you're thinking about creativity, but for the Empire, that just wasn't really a factor they were looking for. Onto the Raider walker. This thing is like the creative version of the Rogue One walker because of the cool wires, the different colors, the detail on the head and legs. So this one definitely wins over this one. And lastly, the Last Jedi walker. I'm going to put a picture up here so you can see it. Well, it's weird that it has no head. The legs look about the same as the other walkers, but there's no head, and the gun on the front doesn't look as good in my opinion, and it just looks way too big for how small the walker is. So for creativity, the Raider ATST definitely takes the cake on that one. Next, we're going to be talking about which one makes the most sense to buy based on price and number of pieces. The Rogue One walker is priced at about $40 US. The Raider walker is priced at about $50 US, and the Last Jedi ATST walker is priced at about $40 US. Now I'm basing these prices off of when the vehicle was first released, not how much it is currently, because that changes based on how old or new the set is, so I'm just going off of the release price. So these two I was expecting to be about the same price, but the Raider walker is $10 more, and the only difference is one minifigure and maybe a couple of extra pieces. So it really comes down to the Rogue One ATST walker or the Last Jedi ATST walker. Well, I know for a fact that the Rogue One walker has more pieces because it has a head, and even though the Last Jedi one comes with another little build, it's not big enough to add as many pieces as there were in this build. So the Rogue One ATST walker wins for this category just because it's, in my opinion, a lot better. It comes with the same amount of detail, but there is more pieces and it's the same price. So that's why this one wins. Next, we're going to be talking about the minifigures. First, the Rogue One walker comes with one of these guys, Blaze, and then one of the drivers. These two can be found kind of in other sets. This version is different than others, but there has been several of these kinds of drivers just with a little bit different outfits. This guy is in, I'm pretty sure 3-ish Rogue One sets, so not completely unique to this set. So if you were trying to get this minifigure, you wouldn't need to buy the set for it. And then Blaze is unique to the set. He only comes in this set as of right now. So if you want Blaze, you're going to have to buy the ATST. So that might encourage people to buy it more since this character is unique. Moving on to the Raider walker. Now this is in a new series. I think the TV show is called Mandalorian or something of that sort. So I have no idea if I will be seeing any of these characters again in another set because this is the first set of the series. But it comes with 2 of these Raiders, I guess is what they're called. Pretty cool neck decal and all that. And then this Mandalorian guy and whoever this is. So they're unique to the set as of now, just because there's no other sets released. I have no idea if you will see these characters again in other sets, so you'll just have to wait and see about that. As for The Last Jedi ATST, it comes with Captain Phasma, Finn, Rose, and BB-8. Now, the 3 characters that I don't see needing a bunch of are the BB-8, Finn, and Captain Phasma character. LEGO tried to make them unique to the set because Finn is wearing a First Order officer's outfit and Captain Phasma has her fancy sword. Now, the sword I could make with my own bricks, so that doesn't seem very special to me to need. There's a lot of sets with the First Order outfits, like Finn is wearing. All you need is to replace the head with Finn's head. So that's never unique. The BB-8 is the same as the others. The only character I would buy this set for is Rose because of the custom hair with the First Order Commander helmet or hat, which looks pretty cool, but unfortunately you have to spend $40 just for that one minifigure that's unique to that set. So for this category, as of now, the Raider Walker wins, just because all the characters are unique and I think cooler than the Last Jedi ones and the Rogue One characters. Next, I'm going to be discussing which one is my favorite. Obviously, the Last Jedi one is not. If you haven't realized by now, the fact that I don't own it should kind of convince you and show you that it's not my favorite. I wouldn't spend $40 on this just for one video because I'd probably never use it again. The Rogue One Walker is cool. It's the standard looking deal. The characters are cool. But I do like the Raider the most because the characters are really unique and the Walker itself has all the cool details, and apparently the shooting thing works quite well. And it has all the cool details on the feet and on the helmet. So my favorite is the Raider Walker. Now, rating them from my least favorite to my most favorite, the Last Jedi Walker goes at the bottom, and that is because the characters aren't as cool as I thought. The Walker does not have a head, which is really bothering me. The gun, like I said before, looks way too big for the Walker's size. And even though they try to include a little extra build so people would want it more to get that piece count up, it's nothing special. It's cool that it can go up and down, but if you even know just a little bit about Technic building, you could build it on your own with your own pieces. It's not that difficult. And second, I'd have to choose the Rogue One Walker because it's very cool. It's just the standard Imperial look. The characters are pretty fun, so there's nothing wrong with this one. It's just the Raider Walker, I think, is more creative and more cool, and the characters are cooler. And yes, this video is based off of my opinions. This is not just a general overview. This has my opinions in it too, so if you don't agree with me, that's great. Have your own opinions, but this is my video, so I'm going to have kind of whatever opinions I want to have. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like me to compare any other sets, or you would like any other kind of video related to the content on my channel, please put that in the comments below. This is LEGO Man Animations. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.